This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by Lee Health.
Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. I am so thrilled that you guys have stayed with us here at Barrett and Zupke, attorney at law firms. And we got an interesting guest on the phone all the way from Atlanta, the ATL, a good friend of mine who actually went to college with me. You see this award that I have in my hand. It's the Talladega College Stars of Magnitude Award that's given out by the Alumni Chapter of Talladega College in Atlanta, and I was so honored to be a recipient of this prestigious award. I have on the phone the president of the Atlanta Alumni Chapter, Norman Pitts. And no, we are not related, but we have a close tie. We were on campus at the same time. And he came in after me, and he had to carry it. His name was Pitts. Norman, welcome to Lee Pitts Live, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. How are you today?
It's great. It's good to get you here. I am so happy to get you on the phone because, you know, we have that last name, and I don't meet many Pitts. Do you meet many Pitts?
Well, yeah, you're right. We do. We certainly have an interesting name, and the funny thing is, after I arrived there, all the questions I got, I know for at least 2 weeks was, "Are you related to Lee? Are you related to Lee?" So you certainly set the stage there for me for my time there at Talladega.
Hey man, I was just honored when let me tell you a story as we're here on television. People who join us, I'm talking to the Alumni Chapter president in Atlanta, Norman Pitts, a classmate of mine at Talladega College. I was about a year ahead of Norman. And when I arrived on campus, the freshmen come first. They come for orientation week. So when I arrived on campus about a week later, everybody was saying, "Hey Lee, there's a guy here named Norman Pitts III. Is that your brother? Is that your cousin?" And I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's got the same name I got, and he's got to deal with that." But you handled it pretty well, huh?
Hey, I had big shoes to fill. I had a huge path set for me, so I had my work cut out for me. But I hope I did. I hope I did you proud.
Man, I'm so proud of you, and I'll let everybody know also that you're a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. I won't hold that against you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead and shout the noops out, man, on TV. Go ahead and shout the noops out.
I'm sorry, say that again?
We'll give you the opportunity to shout the noops out.
Yo, to all the good brothers there in South Florida of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Yo to you.
All right, there you go. Norman, I have the award that I was so fortunate to receive from the Atlanta Alumni Chapter, the Star of Magnitude Award. Give our people here, our television audience, an idea, the concept of what this award means to a person who has graduated from Talladega College.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. Well, as you know, and as many of your listeners probably know, Talladega College was founded in 1867. We are in the 150th year of our existence, and we were the first historically black college that opened in the state of Alabama. And the award that you have there, the depictions that are there, illustrate a momentous scene or momentous event that happened in our history or that led to our existence. And it is a depiction of the Amistad incident that happened in the 1800s. You'll see there scenes from the court scene, or prior to that, you'll see some of the scenes depicted that happened on the ship in terms of the uprising and the rebellion, and the eventual court scene, which ended up freeing the members of the riot who were charged in that incident. And we decided to use this concept for the award because it just represents the essence of what Talladega College is and what it has been throughout the 150 years of its existence. And we just thought it was very fitting to have that awarded to our honorees. And so far, it has worked out very well for us.
I love the award. I've been blessed and been fortunate enough to get many awards since leaving Talladega College, but this award is my #1 award that hangs in a very visible area in my home. So I really thank you guys for making me a part of that great tradition.
Well, this is the 4th year that we presented the Stars of Magnitude Awards, and the concept is to recognize Talladegans who originally were in the Metro Atlanta area, which we still do. But into the 3rd year, we realized that we didn't want to limit it to Talladegans who were in the Metro Atlanta area. We have so many like yourself who are in Alabama and Florida and other surrounding states that have just done so many great things professionally and also community-wise that we didn't want to limit it to those. So, with you, obviously with Lee Pitts Live being in its 25th year, you've done very well professionally. You certainly set a high standard there professionally, and of course with the wonderful things that you've done over the course of your career, for the community, such as the swimming lessons and all of the other things, you were a prime fit to be a recipient of our award.
Well, I will tell you that I did not know that my fellow classmates and alumni were tracking me. I was down here in Florida doing what I do. And then when you called me to tell me that I was selected for the award, I was just overwhelmed by the whole idea that I would even be thought about. Because, see, I understand, and of course you understand, and now my television audience is understanding the magnitude of all of these people who graduate from Talladega College and go on to be successful. The probability of my name ever being mentioned, let alone getting selected for an award, was very slim and none. So it's like, this is huge.
Well, I think you need to give yourself a little bit more credit than that. Yeah, we certainly have had some illustrious graduates come through Talladega College. And I also should say that the award can also go to non-Talladegans as well. So there is a huge pot that we can select from. But again, with the wonderful things that you've done, your career certainly speaks for itself. So it's no wonder that this award will be added to the many that you've already received. So give yourself a little more credit than that.
This is #1, and thanks again. Now, normal, we have pictures that are flashing on the TV screen now from the banquet that took place. It was a luncheon, and many people came out to that fundraiser. Talk about that fundraising luncheon where we are presented with our awards and how that assists the Alumni chapter in Atlanta in providing scholarships and raising money for other students to get on to college.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, it's a great opportunity for us to, as the Atlanta chapter, being a part of the National Alumni Association, to help the college and to assist the college in doing just that, providing scholarships to students that certainly are in need of them. And it also gives us an opportunity to support other causes at the college as well, in addition to the scholarships. You may be aware that within the next few years, there are several new buildings that we expect to be erected upon campus. #1 of which is the William Harvey Museum that should be finished a year from now. So that's another opportunity for us to designate, if we choose, to support that effort, which also ties back into the murals, because the murals have been on tour for the past few years around the country, and now they are in storage at the High Museum. And once the new museum is erected on campus, the murals will come back to the campus and be housed in our very own museum on campus. So there are just so many ways, so many opportunities for us to support the college in addition to providing scholarships, and that is one of the targets for some of our fundraising efforts.
And I am a stickler about making my contributions to the college. I encourage everybody else to continue to support our Talladega College in Alabama. You mentioned the murals. I'll elaborate on that for a second. The murals that Norman is talking about on the phone is very similar to, they are traveling around the world actually. This mural right here, the Amistad, which is a slave, potential slave revolt. They never became slaves in America, and they fought it in court. and it was a historic moment. And those murals actually hang in the library at Talladega College. When we were students, we go in the library and we look up like Leonardo, what's that great painter name, Da Vinci, and
Right.
and I see the murals hanging up there in the library. They just stood out at you, those big, bold pictures. And unfortunately, I wasn't inquisitive enough while I was a student to understand the magnitude of those murals being there. But now the world is learning about their value and their historic nature, Norma. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. They were well received around the country. There were several reviews, especially in the New York Times, who did a nice feature on the murals, and those who had a chance to view them were just astounded, just at the quality of the color and the workmanship of the murals. So it was an exciting time for us, but we'll be excited to have them back on campus where they can be seen by the students there who are currently there, and it certainly would be an attraction for others to come back to campus as well, to not only see the murals, but to see our beautiful campus as well.
Right, and Talladega College is the first black college in Alabama. The college was started during the Civil War, people. It was founded in 1867, so you know the Civil War ended in like the 1865. If I get my numbers right, I think I got my numbers right there. So let's make a pitch. I graduated from Talladega College. I'm a proud alumni of Talladega College. If it had not been for Talladega College, I don't know where I would be today. I certainly wouldn't be sitting here and enjoying the type of lifestyle that I have. And Talladega College embraced me. And one of the great things about Talladega College in my particular case is I didn't have the best high school education, but Talladega College saw potential in me and gave me opportunity and accepted me into that college, and was able to build me up and give me the type of self-esteem that I needed to go out and matriculate in society, coming up in the housing projects in Birmingham where my mom raised 7 kids by herself. The chances of me getting a college degree were slim and none. And fortunately enough, I ended up at the perfect college for me, Talladega College. I encourage everybody to consider Talladega College for their higher education for their children, and to look into details on our school. I think it would that be talladega.college.edu or something like that, Norman?
Yes, it's www.talladega.edu. And your story is not unlike so many who went through the walls of Talladega College. It was a place that was opening and welcoming, with the small campus size, the low student with the great student-to-teacher ratio there. So your story is very similar to so many who have come through Talladega College and who've gone on to do great things. So,
and I'll share this story with you, Norman, and my first time sharing it on TV. After my sophomore year at Talladega College, I was sort of to myself, and a lot of people didn't know what was going on. But a lot of things were going on back home, and my grades weren't the best grades. After my sophomore year, I thought about quitting college. And I talked to one of my professors there, Dr. Jones, who was over the business department. He said, "Lee, don't quit college. You can make it." And that encouragement that professor gave me at Talladega College, I hacked it out. I got through my junior year, and then my senior year, my grades, of course, got better. And from Talladega College, I went on to Atlanta University and got my master's degree. And now I'm sitting here at Barrett and Zupke Law Firm on my own television show, talking to one of my good friends who's doing such an outstanding job with the Alumni Association. So that's in a nutshell, the beauty of Talladega College.
It is. It is indeed. It's something for everyone. You know, regardless of the type of student that you may be, whether you're a high achieving student or whether you may have had average grades coming out of college. It represents an opportunity for you to come there to get that cultivation that you need, again, from the students and from not only your fellow students but from the faculty as well. And and with that cultivation,
Norman, Norman, go ahead and talk about some of the majors, a couple of 3 majors that you can have at Talladega College. We've always had pride in our science department, our pre-law school, business school, and also the great Talladega College Tornado Marching Band.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, the majors that you speak of, the departments there, have always been some of the high focal points in terms of our academic majors. You know, certainly the science department is well renowned. The psychology department is a very good department there these days. The business department, which you are part of, the history department, the public administration department, and Dr. Bray is still there, by the way. So it's you know, for a small liberal arts school, it has had a huge impact, a very solid impact on the quality of graduates that we've been able to produce. And yes, you mentioned the band. The band is quite popular. They participate in a lot of shows around the country, halftime shows for a lot of sporting events. So the band is very popular. It's doing very well. And again, it has been well received by not only the students there, but former students and the communities at large. So but they do very well. We're proud of them.
And if I'm not mistaken, Norman, our basketball team over the years has won, the male basketball team has won 2 national championships.
That is correct. That is correct. And the ladies team has done very well also. In fact, when I was on campus for Founders Week, at one of the games, I think the ladies team was being presented with the conference championship rings, I believe. So both of those sports are doing very well.
Let's give a shout out to our president there, Dr. Hawkins, who has done a yeoman's job in navigating our prestigious college located just between Atlanta and Birmingham off of I-20 or I-10?
I-20, yes, I-20.
I'm down here in Florida, so we got an I-10 that runs through Tallahassee, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, absolutely.
Let's give Dr. Hawkins a shout out. What's your thoughts on him, the president?
Dr. Hawkins has done a great job. I think he's going into his 10th year there. He has a high passion for, you know, not only HBCUs in general, but certainly Talladega College. And he has done, you're right, he has done a fantastic job in keeping us on the map and seeking out opportunities for us to continue to get the name of Talladega College out there.
Well, Norman, to you, when I first met you on campus, I knew you were always a solid student, solid person, but now, many years later, for you to be in the position that you're in, your dedication to Talladega College, the work that you do all year round in promoting the school, working on scholarships and making our alumni chapter in Atlanta one of the best alumni chapters in the nation, man. I am so proud of the work that you do, and you do everything in a very humble way.
Well, I appreciate that, and, you know, I do everything on, you know, I love Talladega College. You know, I love Talladega College, and I want to do everything that I can to make sure that it's around for another 150 years. So on behalf of the National Alumni Association and certainly the Atlanta chapter, who is a wonderful chapter. You know, you cannot, you know, any leader will tell you that their success is only as good as the people that work with them. And I have a fantastic team. I have a fantastic chapter who put in all of the hard work that many don't see. So they make me look good. And I tell you, I just appreciate them so much. So on behalf of the Atlanta chapter, I've enjoyed talking with you today. And as long as they'll have me, I will be there to help support Talladega College through the Atlanta chapter.
You mentioned 150 years. This year, Talladega College turned 150 years old.
Absolutely. This year, from 1867 to 2017, 150 years. And it's quite a remarkable feat for a small private institution. You know, despite the challenges that we've had throughout the years, 150 years later, we are still here.
Right.
And we anticipate continuing to being around.
That's through Reconstruction. That's through Jim Crow. That's through segregation and all those other things. That small college survived and now is thriving. Before we wrap this interview up, I want to make sure, I know I wasn't a recipient of the Stars of Magnitude Award, but there were others who were even more impressive than I could ever be, who were also recipients let's make sure we call their name in this interview.
Sure, absolutely. In addition to yourself, we were also honored to recognize 4 others who were there, and that is one is Rika Lewis Payton, a local newscaster, Chesley McNeil, who is not a Talladegan, by the way, and also Ralph Harper, who's also my frat brother, Kappa Alpha Psi, and also Miss Alethea Boone.
And I want everybody to know that while I was a student at Talladega College, Ralph Harper was a student there, as well as Rika Lewis. We all walked on that campus at one time or another in that 4-year span at the same time. And of course, Norman brought up the rear. He's the youngest of all of us. I think you and Ralph are in the same class, though, right?
No, Ralph is class in front of me. He was 83, and I'm class of 84.
Okay. Well, this for those who just joined us, I've been talking to a Talladega College graduate, the president of the Alumni Chapter of Talladega College in Atlanta. And of course, I'm a graduate of Talladega College. I've been talking to him right here on Lee Pitts Live, and we're so thrilled to get a little ATL in the house. Thanks for joining us, Norman.
Thank you, sir, my friend. Look, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. We look forward to seeing you maybe next year, okay?
It's on my calendar.
Very good. Very good.
For those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Norman and all the fine people who have graduated and who are matriculating in Talladega College, located in Talladega, Alabama. We'll see you.
Yes, sir.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.